Leadership in your community. Hello, my name is Joel Matos. I'm the co-owner here of Alpha Security Academy, Alpha Security Protection, and AlphaCalibre Services. If you're watching today we have a topic of leadership in your community. As your host of Security and Emergencies YouTube channel, we talk about all different topics regarding security, regarding emergencies, and today we're bringing the topic of leadership. Leadership is a lot more involved and a lot more a part of this topic than people realize. When you're handling an emergency or you're going through a stressful situation, if you don't have that good leadership, you won't be able to express yourself. You won't be able to use the correct verbiage. You won't be able to give directions. Leadership is not just about doing everything yourself, but also delegating to your team, trusting your team. Leadership starts with having a team that you could trust, having a team that represents you, and just being a well-rounded person. Recently, I had a situation that happened to me. As many of you know, I'm a law enforcement firearm instructor, and I'm always at the range. And just yesterday, I had a situation where I had to go to an indoor range, which is a range that, just a private range here locally where we're at. Out of professional courtesy, I won't mention the name of that business, but I've been going there for years for smaller classes and for little stuff that comes up. Because of the weather that was raining and because of different circumstances, I found myself in the need of going to that class or to that range. And when I went there, it was really slow. I had a pretty decent sized group. So all of a sudden that location got busy and they had a lot of people waiting in the lobby. And understandably, they wanted to get people out and more people in. My courses required time to complete them. So instead of simply talking to me, they said, hey, we need you guys to leave. And in a very disrespectful manner, they took me out the range. I was completely in shock because business is not just about making profit. It's also about building networking. It's also about respecting those that use your range, from different instructors to tourism. For someone that's been using that range for a long time, I found it very disrespectful. And I also saw it as lack of leadership, lack of communication, lack of disrespect. So that example led me to this topic that regardless of who you are in the community, whether you're a local business, whether you run a church safety team, whether you're security personnel, whether any type of leadership in the community, you should always treat everyone with respect. Respect goes both ways, but also as a leader in the community, especially working in the security field, you're held to higher standards. Sometimes those of us that have leadership positions, we forget that. It's not an excuse and it's something that should never happen. But whenever you come across a situation, you should always take the higher ground. Some emergencies, we might have to rise to the threat. We might have to escalate the situation, but we should never go above the situation. When you go above the situation, you're not showing leadership skills, leadership mentality. You're showing a mentality of emotion, of ego. And this message today is just a reflection of that let's be kind to each other. There's no excuse to not be kind. There's no excuse to not communicate well to others, your point of view, and be the leader. Be the leader, be the better person, rise to the occasion. Don't be that person of aggression. Don't be the aggressor in the situation. From a security standpoint, I will recognize that, yes, there is many times that we have a deadly threat situation and we have to rise our threat level and we have to rise the aggression that we have. But it's always to match the situation. We should not overcome the situation. where our emotions take the best of us. We say things that are not professional. We regret what we say. And quite frankly, when that happens, the public will lose trust in us. They say, hey, here's this professional that I had a deep respect for, but in one simple occasion, they chose to let their ego get the best of them. They chose to not demonstrate leadership skills. And I've seen it happen, and I've also heard a lot of stories where any person in the community that's highly respected, one occasion could very much affect that. So I would say that's something that we should all strive for, to be a better person, to be a better leader, to be a better example, and just to be kind to each other. There's no reason why we can't be kind. So the message for today is simple. Lead by example. Do the best you can. Learn from others. There's other professionals in your community, other leaders in your community that do similar work that you do. Reach out to them. It starts with a daily reflection. If you can't reflect on yourself daily, if you can't say, hey, today, I did good. Today, I'm proud of what I did. Then that's something that you should reflect on. We should always be proud of ourselves every day and strive to do better. So, see you next time. Remember, be kind, be courteous, be professional, and always lead by example. I'll see you next time here on the podcast of Security and Emergencies. Thank you.